I think everybody had a little bit of a wish or a desire to be a Playboy bunny.
We were glorified waitress.
Pretty, sexual, coy, sweet.
The bunnies were the greatest sex symbol in the country.
The Playboy Club became a worldwide sensation.
The bunny became probably more famous than the Playmates in the magazine.
You felt very powerful being a bunny because you thought you were protected by Playboy, but that costume was liability because when men were viewing it, they assumed that you were sexually open to them. And when you took that costume off, they still saw a female and they still saw in their eyes, you know, that costume.
There were a group of bunnies who were abducted.
As the face of sexual liberation.
When you put on that costume, you thought you could kill the world, a sex symbol.
Hugh Hefner was very much a part of the pop culture zeitgeist.
Why did you put the girls in those?
I made some modifications, added the cuffs and the bow tie and collar, and the bunny was born.
Playboy clubs were all very sophisticated. It was the place to be, and you literally needed a real key to get in the door. $25.
The club multiplied to 22 before 1970. By 1972, there were 1 million keyholders.
They'd have a bunny hunt. 300, 400 girls would go to try out for maybe 5 spots.
Roseanne, why do you want to be a bunny?
I'm missing out on a lot of things.
I had the job at Playboy, I really don't know what would have happened. Playboy gave me a lot of confidence, and I think some of the other...
It was liberating because I did come from a very Puritan.
Playboy allowed men to indulge in the fantasy of extremely young, buxom women that in the role of bunny somehow seemed like they're primed for service.
The perception
was about 95% hard work and 5%.
Now when she places this one, you notice that she is doing what we call a bunny dip. There you notice that she is bending at the waist. That's incorrect.
The bunny dip was a very difficult thing to do. You stood all the time with your tray. The costume has 18 metal stays in it, so it took 2 people to put it on.
A lot of girls had kidney infections because you were cinched in and hoped that your shoes could fit back in. Once a month we got weighed in and there was a chart in the bunny room next to the scale and it was humiliating. I think that bunny room, everybody could see it. And if you were 5 pounds over, you had a warning. If you didn't get it down for next month.
I'm your bunny, Cindy. I'll be serving you tonight.
Bunnies aren't born, they're trained.
And I understand that, but at the time, the way we were raised and the times that we were raised in, we didn't think anything about it because we didn't know any different.
Nymph, sexual nymph, cells. Think about it. Everybody knew what that costume meant.
But outside of Playboy is...
Maybe within the club, you couldn't touch a girl, but after hours. Bunnies, they were not protected. From what I know and what I've been told, there were many young women to go out with a key holder. However, there was a double standard, but it was mostly celebrities, musicians.
You couldn't get in there if you didn't belong there. Bunnies did not go to the bathroom in the public bathrooms. You had to go downstairs back to the hut.
Friends, they didn't have the senior bunnies. They were never offered therapy.
That had transpired. It was almost like, don't talk about this. And you would think that Playboy might want to help young ladies.
I worked for Playboy. I would venture to say that there were probably 40 to 50 young women that were silenced by Playboy because of abuse, sexual abuse. They're part of the cleanup crew. In other words, if anything scandalous happened, you weren't allowed to take them to a hospital. You had to call Playboy security.
I worked for Playboy, and I protected the brand.
Playboy was fun and games, and they could do whatever they wanted to do. Bunnies were easy prey. And the major VIP, key holder, And they were sisters, and I hired them on the spot because they were absolutely adorable. They just got done training, and they were excited to be in California, young women, and to keep it out of the press. And I think these girls didn't want to come forward. I asked them.